Let's take a look at the Chinnakeshwar temple and try to decode what lies hidden here. Now, as you enter the temple, like when you cross the Gopuram, if you're not serving the cow and the Nandi, then go get stuck in the world. Because only Nandi can take you across. Only the mother cow can take you across. If you're serving her, if you are serving Nandi, only they can take you across this ocean. If you move into it, then you are stuck. Now, how you are stuck? As you enter, what's the first thing you see? Now look at this beautiful woman. Look at her pretty features. Look at her dancing pose. Very pretty face. Wonderful features. Voluptuous body. Can you make out what she's trying to do or who she is? On the first eye also you can see. The facial expressions are so pretty. Look very carefully. It's not Apsara, it's a Madnika. Understand the difference in Apsara and Madnika. Madnika, intoxication, which takes you away from God. What is she doing? What is she signifying? It's a very beautiful dance pose this is. If you put the lizard on the image, see the lizard? If you zoom into the reptile, look carefully. It is slowly inching its way towards that fly. They have given the secret to this beauty, this beautiful Madnika. You get so intoxicated, that fly is so intoxicated eating the fruit, it will not even realize when the reptile will do get up, jump inside, journey over. When you get intoxicated by something so beautiful, no, it's not about the woman and man. It's just about the intoxication. Though basically they have matched the curves with this. When you are intoxicated with anything beautiful, always what happens? You go off track. That cold-blooded reptile will gulp you down because an intoxication is pure cold-blooded. Anybody who is intoxicating you and you're getting intoxicated to an extent where you're going away from God, away from your karmas, it's a cold-blooded intoxication. It will finish you completely. This Madnika is very clear indication of stay away from any kind of intoxication which will hold you. Another very beautiful sculpture. What is sitting in the hand? Now look at this image carefully of Devi Meenakshi. See a parrot? It's a friendship with Lord Shiv. This is how they converse. The parrot is a talking parrot. They converse. Now on a Madnika, what the researchers say is, like they used to talk to each other like this. So she's got a message from somebody. She seems some kind of an official who is getting some information through the parrot. It's not a parrot, got a longer tail. It's a macaw, which they find in South America. Parrots have a different tail. This bird has a different tail. It matches to the tail of a macaw because obviously they will not confuse Lord Shiv with a Madnika. Lord Shiv will nowhere be on the hands of a Madnika. So if Devi Meenakshi is shown with the parrot sitting on her hand, no way they will show a Madnika and a parrot like this. So they are very cleverly twisted it a little bit. Very cleverly they have done this. They're trying to tell you something, but they can't confuse the Devi and Bhagwan Shiv. So they have made a Madnika and they have made a macaw sit. Similar kind of a thing. And who talks? Again, another distraction. Parrot repeats. So if you are intoxicated by something and you verbatim start repeating that, what the intoxication tells you, then what happens? You go again off track from God. Another major distraction of talkativeness. And look at those two small chotus below who are dancing to her tunes. And then look at the parrot repeating what she's saying. When you get intoxicated and you fall like this, you make an error because when you are repeating what a Madnika is telling you, you are going off track from divinity. What is this lady trying to tell you or do? What are these drummers, small ones? Basically, why they are small like that, chotus they have shown in front of her because indicative of that a person with a frivolous mind and frivolous nature will be much shorter in stature in front of these energies. He'll get easily swayed and he'll go easily off track. He'll dance to their tunes. You will read the researches, you will come close, but you will not get at the point. I want to show you one picture. You get it very, very carefully. The entire concept of this temple is Gurutva, Guru Tattva. You may call it gravity, but it is not gravity though. Gravity was discovered by Newton, no? They say the word gravitas in Latin, 2000 years old. And this is Gurutva, force of attraction, not gravity, two different things. It's the force of attraction. If you draw a straight line from that finger on top and the left toe. From that finger, it will touch the left nipple, erotica. It will touch the middle of the legs, vagina. It will touch the toe and it will fall on the ground. If you put it straight, this image on the ground. This demonstration was done in front of Jawaharlal Nehru. It's recorded in the history books. You get it? It is showing the force of attraction. Gravity. This is gravity. These guys understood so beautifully. Absolutely amazing. And most shocking thing for me was this, that if Jawaharlal Nehru saw this, then why temples were put on the back seat? So much science, it will shock anybody. Now this temple is dedicated to the force of attraction, not gravity, Gurutva. That's called the force of attraction. A smaller body is attracted towards a larger body. Larger body doesn't mean you have to be big in size. Larger body means you have to be bigger in mass. And mass means what? Energy. Simple. So, a smaller body is attracted to a larger body. That's why you have so many chotus. We call these guys small ones around. They're so attracted to this huge figure. And Mohini, how have they depicted? This is Mohini. What do you call Madnikas, the form of Mohini. If you see this Mohini, it's inside the temple. If you look carefully, if you can enlarge the belly, you will see that the belly button is not there. It is missing. The sculptures have not made the belly button. If there is no belly button, that means it is not a human being. Just look at the advanced brain who would have done this. If it is not a human being, it means simply that they're trying to show you that this is Mohini, attraction, Gurutva. So when Sri Hari took the roop of Mohini, it was not a human. It was simply attraction. Anything it might be. Like sun is huge. Earth revolves around the sun in sun's attraction. The moon revolves around the earth in earth's attraction. And these chotus you see, these small guys around dancing around, it simply means that it's attraction that is keeping them enthralled. And beyond this attraction, that's why this Madnika is placed right in front of Sri Hari's idol. When you go in, you look at this. Throughout the temple I showed you on all four sides, there are so many Madnikas. But where Sri Hari's area comes, beyond that, there's nothing. Silence. So once you reach Sri Hari, then you have arrived. Yeah, the back part is like a lotus. And Madnikas all around, but when the area of Sri Hari starts, there is no Madnika after that. If you look at this Madnika, again they are shown gravity here. If you look carefully, you see an insane thing here, mind-blowing. It is falling down, if nobody could make it out. Observe that. Again indicating same Gurutva. Otherwise, there was no reason for this bangle to fall down. And this bangle, interesting thing is this, is not of the same stone as the Madnika. It's of a different stone. You see two different stones, and they have just to show that they are not carved out from the same stone, the bangle that one can say, they have carved out from the same stone. Just to show their brilliance, they have put a different stone. What do you understand from this? One of the most scary ones I saw. At the bottom, there is a scorpion. And if you'll observe this specific Madnika, you'll find most of the clothes are missing. Just see a loose kind of a cloth, which is translucent, transparent kind. Look at the way, how beautifully they have carved it out. These were the women who were called Vishkanyas. So they used to entice a person with their bodies. This here, what they're trying to show is a Vishkanya can kill you, but this Vishkanya which is standing here will kill a journey. Look at the body. If you look at the erotica, it's like a scorpion bite for you and you will put your eyes off God. So they are depicting a Vishkanya here only for this one simple reason. No other reason. That's why no clothes. Every Madnika there are clothes on. But here is the only image where they have a slight translucent kind of a cloth covering the loin a little bit. And there are two, one male and one female on the left and right dancing, intoxicated. Their backs are towards gods. If you're intoxicated, you lose sight of God, you lose sight of reality. So it's not about females. Here if you'll see, there's one image of a male. And behind the male Madnika on the right side, if you'll see a Devi, a Devi's face. And she's hiding right behind the male Madnika. So it's not about the female and the poison in a female, it's about that trait inside a human being, whether male or a female. And if you look at the drum that he's beating, you'll find there's a depression in the drum. So hard he's beating that drum that he's drawing your attention toward himself in whichever way. And when you are dancing to his tune, you miss your eyes. You take your eyes off God. So it's another trait inside. See the drum? See the Devi behind? Observe carefully. So these Madnikas, whether male or female, are basically what? They're guardians to the gods. They're guardians to those higher dimensions where if you have to reach, you have to have the entitlement. In one little bit of eyes, you have to shift off reality. Get intoxicated by the Madnikas. And then what happens? Look at the smiling God behind. Brahma. If you will see here now, what is she doing? She's shooting an arrow towards a bird. So basically indicating a tamasic sport, killing animals. Hunters, this is for them. This Madnika is specifically for them. It's indicative that if you go on hunting sprees, basically you're enjoying hunting, you're enjoying killing, you will again get intoxicated with that. And again with that, you will keep your eyes off God. And behind her is the God. If you can see again the image of the God behind her, hiding behind her. Have you ever seen any temple where they've hidden images behind carvings like this? I've never seen. Nobody can understand this, what's happening. They're showing these Madnika skulls. If you dance to her tunes, you very clearly see skull on the headgear and on the hands. Some researchers told me, no, this is the image of Mata Kali. But no, this is not an image of Mata Kali as far as I can see. Mata Kali doesn't carry a scepter with her with a skull like this. And there's a garland on her, not a headgear like this. So they have differentiated from Mata Kali, this image. It's of a Madnika. That once you get intoxicated by her and once you go off track, this is what you become. She is blocking your path straight challenge, face to face. You see how beautifully her features are carved, how beautiful the body is. Look at the eyes, absolutely almond-shaped eyes, huge eyes, big eyes, pretty eyes, sharp features, chisel sharp features. And behind her again is a God who is got a kind of a smile on the face. You try to come close to him, she blocks you, makes a skull out of you. And there the God, the dimension of the gods is safe from you. Again indicative of same thing. You see, the beauty of a woman lies in the hair, like they say. So they have depicted very thick hair here of hers, and she blocks you very, very clearly. Yeah, see how pretty she is? Beautiful thick hair, no belly button. See that? Again, very beautiful features. True roop of Mohini. And you see the image of the God behind? Face of the God behind? Smiling at you. See this? Again, this is indicative of that it's not a woman that they're talking about. It is not a human being that they're talking about. It's about an energy that they're talking about. Can they show in a more clear way? Only you have to have the brains to see through this. And she's one of the most prettiest ones. If you can train on a face, the camera, if you can get the image of a face, and very voluptuous body, but not a human being. See her face, how pretty it is? Absolutely balanced features. Look at the eyes, the jewelry, ornaments, everything. Belly button is missing. It's not a human being. Now this one is a sad expression. And if you look carefully at her, you can see a tear also. You see that? Hair loss. Here. See how they have shown the hair? He's nearly going bald. And what do you see at the feet? Look at the monkey, look at the way he's laughing. When a woman cries, most men fall for it. Dekho bechari ro rahi hai, kitni dukhi hai. How sad she is. This monkey is laughing at those men. He's saying, my interpretation is, he's saying, you idiots, you're looking at her and you're trying to support her, you're turning your eyes off God. Look at me also, I also don't have hair. Why are you looking at her crying? I'm not crying, I'm laughing. You're not looking at me. Why? By looking at her, you fools, you are turning your eyes away from God. That's what the monkey is saying. When you fall for these tears, then again automatically you get emotional. And when you get emotional, you turn again your eyes off God. See the brilliance in the sculpture. And there's God right behind. That doesn't mean you ignore a crying woman. It's good to help a crying woman. No harm in that. It's good to do it. Chivalry is good. But then don't keep your eyes off God also, no. It's not about not hunting or not eating anything, a specific kind of a diet. It's about intoxication, enjoying that killing. It's about intoxication. It's not about sex. Everything is allowed. Everything is okay. Nothing is no. You can't eat this, you can't drink this, you can't do this, you can't do that. No, it's not about all that. It's not about don'ts. It's about do's. You do whatever you want to do, but never keep or take your eyes off God. That is what they are trying to tell you. No matter what you do, you are intoxicated at that point of time. You are high on sex at that point of time. But still, in your mind, inside you, God is there. And you are focusing and thinking of the cause. You're focusing and thinking of what is happening. And you're intoxicated. You don't switch off everything. I'm enjoying myself. I'll switch off from everything. How do you know how many lives will be sacrificed if you do that stupidity at that point of time? If you're eating something, if you're drinking, even if you're enjoying a drink, it's okay. But if you're keeping your eyes off God, and if you're enjoying that drink to that extent that I'm drinking, I'm having this party, so for some time I'll go off course. No, it doesn't work like that. You cannot afford to go off course even for 1 second, no matter what you are doing. Which is jewelry, dances, alcohol, sex, food, all is okay. This temple is very, very clearly trying to tell you that. It is the madnika, the mad, the intoxication which they are warning you against, not against the act. When the intoxication takes you away from the cause, from God, that is when you have turned away from God. Not when you are indulging. Be very sure about this. Don't confuse the two things. It is the maya. It is the attachment. Rag, dvesh. It's attachments. It is nothing to do with the act. It's got everything to do with the intoxication, the madnika. That's why it's called.